When I stumbled upon the vintage typewriter at the flea market, its keys worn and its metal frame stained with rust, it seemed to whisper promises of untapped creativity. I brought it home, envisioning long nights of typing away, conjuring worlds from ink and paper. But from the first night, it became clear that the typewriter had other plans. I awoke to find pages of text that I didn't remember typing, filled with tales of dread and despair that seemed to echo from the depths of someone else's nightmares. At first, I dismissed it as a prank, perhaps a lingering effect of sleep deprivation. But the stories kept appearing, each more unsettling than the last. They detailed events that mirrored my own life, yet twisted them into grotesque versions of reality. The protagonist was always someone like me, trapped in an ever-tightening web of terror spun from their own actions, and always there was a shadowy figure lurking just beyond the edges of consciousness, waiting to pounce. Driven by a mixture of fear and curiosity, I decided to test the typewriter. I typed out a few sentences, describing an imaginary scenario. To my horror, the typewriter continued the tale on its own, weaving a narrative that ended in a chillingly precise reflection of my worst fears. The stories seemed to predict events before they happened, as though the typewriter was not just a conduit for horror, but an oracle of doom. I realized that every stroke of its keys was a step closer to sealing my fate. In a desperate attempt to rid myself of this cursed object, I abandoned the typewriter in a remote field, hoping to sever the connection. Yet, as I turned to leave, I felt a cold breeze and heard the faint clatter of keys behind me. The typewriter had followed me, its stories not yet complete. My heart sank as I understood that it would continue writing, whether I was there to witness or not. The final revelation came as I saw my own name appear on the paper, followed by a chilling description of my inevitable demise. The last line read, "And with each word, he realized escape was but a fleeting illusion."